The Lunaverse, Season 2, Episode 4, Exam Jitters. Chapter 4, in which Ditzy does a bad thing. Mama! Mama! Ditzy awoke and once again found herself staring straight into her daughter's big eyes. Good morning, Muffin.
You don't see me guilty,
said Dinky.
Is your bear king?
It's fine. I was just tired. Man's Ditzy. Did you have a good sleep? Dinky nodded.
I'm 2 neighbors in 2009, and I was ringing the bell at a puppy, and there was a real mean monster who wanted everybody's case, but I bumped him in the ear for my one, and there was a new spine, and he had a body, and it was hard, and I was looking.
She frowned.
I woke up now, my pillow was gone.
Ditzy helped Dinky find her pillow, which had followed her off her bed in the middle of the night, and had somehow bounced under her bed. She then took her daughter back into the living room and began fixing her a big breakfast. Would you like pancakes today? Of course, said Ditzy. Do you like them better now?
Well, I was talking to Apple Boom, and she said that pancakes were made with buttermilk, but she thinks that the only thing better to be mixed with apples than make apple butter. So she has to supposed to stop having buttermilk as a solid air and fairness.
She paused.
What's solid air? And what does fairness have it?
Solidarity, corrected Dixie. And that's not quite how buttermilk works. Dixie looked confused.
Does it mean my green butter is second milk?
Dixie laughed and began to explain. By the time she was done, the waffles were ready, and the two enjoyed them with plenty of fresh maple syrup, powdered sugar, and a little bit of jam, which tended to wind up on their muscles more than the waffles, but they were both fine with that. When they were done, Dinky's gaze fell upon the living room table.
Oh, even there's a meal.
As he pointed to the layer that Shirley had left on the table, one formally qualified Dinky to take the admissions to test sharply. Ditzy heard herself speaking before her mind caught up with her mouth. Just some letters for your mama, dearie. Nothing for you today. She made sure not to look at the qualification letter Shirley had given her, which was laid quietly on the table. Don't let bother her about some big test he needs to take. Not now, was he so happy? I'll tell her tomorrow. Said Dinky.
I was hoping to get an invitation to a picnic party.
She grinned.
Those are so much fun.
No. I can't handle having two high-pitched voice characters in this fic. Yes, he's certainly very good at starting parties, said Ditzy. We're going to clean up the dishes. How about later today we go to your car and you can ask where the next one will be? Dear Dinky.
Oh, there's a party. We should have fight Apple Bloom and Apple Jack too for being so nice to me when I was raining.
Yes, I was meaning to do something to thank them, Ditzy thought. We could bake them a brass of fresh from apple cinnamon muffins. It's a bit hot today, but perhaps tomorrow. Would you like to help? Dinky nodded eagerly.
I'll do a great job. I promise.
Yeah, remember, you help me with the muffins. You can't get sugar all over your nice clean coat.
Mama!
Laughed Dinky.
It only happened once. You thought you had fun having the snow.
Later, Dinky scurried around to get ready to go outside, while Ditzy tidied up the room. The mail, including the letter from Sharpway, went into a drawer at a desk near the front door, so it wouldn't get messy. Ditzy looked at the door for a long moment, and nodded her head. She would tell Dinky about the application after the next day of school. There was no reason to inform her daughter that she might be asked to take a big test, not unless she was looking forward to a bright new day of leisure with such eagerness.
Come on, Mama,
called Dinky.
Don't worry, you find my Uncle Muffins again. You once, remember?
Ditzy did. She helped quell the Great Fall Army, led of course by Skooloo, that besieged Sugar Cube Corner and demanded their daily dose of sugar. Coming, Muffin. Mother and daughter hurried out the door and went out into the day. The day passed uneventfully. There was no muffin shortage. Pinky said her next party was scheduled for the weekend after next. She would commemorate Final Scratch's next album, and Dinky wound up scampering around with Lula and Featherweight in the park. A few more foals joined him, and they all decided to play Zombie Pony, with zombies won without too much trouble. Dinky was actually the last living pony remaining, but her tail poked out of her hiding place as Zombie Skooloo chased her down and tagged her.
Your mom saw me at the
Wanted Dinky as Ditzy led her home. Of course they do. If they don't stay nice and clean, then the other zombies won't play with them, chirped Ditzy. was a pleasant evening as well. Dickie regaled her mother with tales from the earlier zombie war over dinner that night. The two went to bed without further ado. The next day, Dickie woke up before her daughter. She had slept uneasily, dreams full of images of Dinky running around, fleeing some monsters she could never quite escape, that Dizzy couldn't do anything about. Mel was able to pull us out of her mind, though. She helped her daughter get ready for school. Dinky was soon scampering out the door, all smiles and laughter. Dizzy followed her as far as the downstairs door. Dizzy picked up the day's set of letters and began making her daily rounds. Time flew by. Before long, Dizzy found herself at home, waiting to hear the pitter-patter of Dinky's hoofsteps. She'd be flying to the door at any moment, and Dizzy would be waiting to help get her out of the bags, to help her with her homework if need be, and to prepare something fun for Dinky.
Dinky told me once she wanted to try making her own pasta. I got flour, salt, inks, and I'm sure I could borrow the tools from Fairy Punch. It could be fun. I don't think there's anything else to do.
Her gaze fell upon the drawer with sharp writing on it. It was only for a moment, but Dizzy suddenly felt cold. She shut her eyes and yanked her head away from the drawer, looking at the front door with a laser-sighted focus.
It's not important. I'm mere waiting for a daughter to return from school, that's all. There's nothing else that matters right now. Not that, not anything.
The door opened and Dinky raced in. "Mama," she said, shaking off her saddlebags as she ran to her mom's embrace.
"Are you all ready?" "I'm ready for what?"
asked Ditsy.
"Okay, she's home. I should tell her now. It won't be that hard. Just say you have a sharp going and start swinging stats." "Apple muffins," said Dinky. "You said we can bake some apples. The delicious muffins in order. Thank you for trying me out here."
She grinned.
"I've been looking forward to it all. I got fish fire Germans on the way home."
Her horn glowed and a jar floated out of her saddlebag.
"Of course,"
said Ditsy, hugging Dinky tightly.
"Yummy."
The cinnamon jar burst, scattering spice all over the floor.
Dinky blushed. "Oh no, I drank it too hard again. I'm sorry." "That's all right, dear. You got better telekinesis than me,"
said Ditsy, hurrying to get a broom and dustpan.
"Why are you unicorn?"
Ditsy giggled and began to sleep up.
"We only go back to the market, get some more cinnamon, then bake the muffins." "I can't tell her now. It'll take too long, and the market will close. We'll just head out to get some fresh cinnamon. Then I can tell her once we're back home."
And so they did, with Dinky riding Ditsy to the market and handling the purses despite herself. They returned home and began getting ready for baking some muffins. Dinky grinned.
"It's fun." "Yes, dear, it will."
Ditsy paused.
"Now's a bad time. We're getting all ready to bake this. There'd be no point distracting her. I'll tell her once we finish baking and get cleaned up. Just to be ready to listen. We can snack on some extra muffins while I'll tell her about her great opportunity."
Ditsy shut her eyes for a moment. Great opportunity.
"What's no good parent would ever deny their foal?"
"Mama, look!" Dinky was balancing a measuring spoon on her muzzle.
"Oh, stick is bone."
Ditsy smiled and went to help Dinky with the muffins. The letter lay in the drawer. Forgot. The next day was overcast and dreary.
"Why does the weather patrol want to do this to us?"
grumbled Tracy as he sat her friends at Barry's bar.
"Who gains from having a bunch of clouds sitting up there and doing nothing?"
"They need to get the old clouds out of the silo to get ready for a fresh shipment," said Raindrops. "Rainbow Dash ordered too many."
"Figures,"
said Trixie.
"Who thought she wouldn't be paying attention?"
Raindrops sighed. "It's not really her thought. We got a bunch of clouds coming in for the Everfree. Regulations stated we had to collect a store, and the cloud order had already been placed. Could have been that one coming." Dizzy said nothing. She had slept badly. In her dreams, Dinky had wandered out of a building and found herself in the jungle-like forest of Manhattan's Central Park. She had wandered along, growing more and more frantic, but the prickly bushes and gnarled roots had given no response to her cries. Dinky had begun running and had been able to get out of the woods, no matter which way she went or what she did. She finally reached the central lake, but a monster within had surged up and grabbed her, dragging her into the depths. Ditsy could barely hear her squealing in fear and horror. Ditsy awoken.
"At least it's Sparkler's thing who wants Dinky," Ditsy thought. "I don't know what I'd do if—"
"Ditsy. Equestria to Ditsy," Lara grinned. "You awake in there?"
Oh, yes.
Dizzy shook her head as if declaring,
Sorry. I had some bad dreams last night.
Shirley tapped her muzzle. Normal bad dreams or evil monster messing with your bad dreams?
I guess the farmer.
Shirley nodded. Well, to keep up, or more of us get 'em, we should ask Luna to look into it. It could attack us all if we aren't careful.
Pah!
Trixie laughed.
No, Pony, you would mess with my dreams. During the head of the great and powerful Trixie, I trust him.
Or frighten them, commented Raindrops. Yeah, I wouldn't want to enter your head, said Adelaira.
Hey! Dizzy laughed. I don't think it's that serious. But thank you for the advice, Charlie.
Shirley nodded. Oh, Dizzy, any decision on you know what? The mailman felt a cold sweat break out on the back of her neck.
Sharply, right? So yes, not yet. Why?
Shirley blinked. Curiosity, really. I just wanted to know if Dinky had decided whether or not to take the test yet.
She hasn't decided.
It was true.
I wonder how time to make this decision. I don't want to rest anything. Dinky, I qualify for a sharp Winnie.
Trixie.
Well,
There's time to congratulations as well. She smiled as best she could and said nothing in response. Who else is eligible for Ponyville? Asked Raindrops. Shirley shook her head. Sorry, I had to submit the names of my top students in my class, and I can't tell Polly she's on that list. If a fuller parent wants to say they were on it, that's different. But it can't come from me. I take confidentially about those things really seriously. Raindrops nodded. Okay, no sweat.
Sharp Winnie Academy, Trixie whistled. That's a tough school to get into. Even I couldn't get into it.
To Twilight?
She could have. I think she went straight to Lunaverse Academy, though.
The showman shrugged.
Actually, a lot of students at the academy spent some time at Sharp Winnie. It's a great prep school. And ponies who attend there can get jobs and careers in any field they want, said Dizzy. I mean, that's probably an exaggeration. Oh no. Seriously, it's one of the best schools in the country. If Dinky can get in, well, she won't be learning magic from me anymore, so that's a downgrade. On every other subject, she'll be working with experts in fields. It'd be fantastic for her.
Of course, said Lyra. Dinky would have to go away. Are you able to let her go? Dizzy paused.
I want what's best with her,
she insisted.
If it's better that she study and learn and become a great scholar, of course I couldn't stay in her way. Any mother could.
She left the cafe soon afterwards and went home. Sparkler and Dinky arrived a few minutes later, and they had dinner together. Dizzy thought of bringing up the letter then, but decided it wasn't the right time. Dinky had limited time with her half-sister, after all. She wouldn't like wasting something that didn't involve her at all. Sparkler left, but then Dinky was tired, and Dizzy put her to bed early. She cleaned up, made some tea, and sat on the sofa. She sat there for a long while. The next day, Dizzy's dreams were bad, but she was getting used to that. She bade her daughter goodbye mechanically, performed her postal duties the same way. It was fun for her to think somehow. All she could think of was the letter and what it would mean for Dinky. It could mean her ascending to great heights, becoming a pillar of equestrian society, or her coming to some horrible end in a Manhattan ditch. She didn't know which was more likely. Also, she knew that should her daughter pass the chance to go to Sharpway, she'd be utterly and powerless to influence it. The others, you could tell, knew something was up. Lyra seemed puzzled by Dizzy's reluctance to talk about the application. Dizzy had gathered that Twist had been one of the few other foals that Shirley had recommended, and Bonbon was already working with Pinky to throw her a party after taking the test. Scales was probably right out of the running, but Raindrops had also asked her why Dinky hadn't talked to Shirley yet. Shirley says there's nothing she can do to help the applicants prepare for the test, Raindrops said, but Dinky's usually more decisive than this. She's stuck on whether or not she wants to leave home. Dizzy had shrugged, since he didn't want to pressure her daughter and make her get away. By the time evening rolled around, Dinky could clearly tell something was wrong with Dizzy. She was sad, too, once she realized that.
I see something wrong, Mama,
she asked.
No.
Dizzy's reply was automatic.
No, of course not. You are the best, most precious little muffin I could ever have.
She got her daughter to a big hug.
It's Mommy's stuff, dear. Nothing to do with you.
Asked Dinky with big sad eyes. Dizzy hadn't know what to say. She cradled her daughter until the food was ready. They had eaten, played a half-hearted game of cards, and gone to bed. The fourth day of the week was sunny again, but it didn't cheer Ditzy up. She had tossed and turned all night, winding up in a tangle of covers and pillows that eventually flopped off the bed and rolled out the window. I can't keep going like this, she thought. I have to. I have to tell Dinky. Only a horrible mother would keep this a secret.
Mama.
Ditzy crawled out of her blankets and made her way to the door. Yes, Muffin? She asked. Dinky was looking at her.
I think you're unhappy,
She said.
Want me to get Miss Trixie or Miss Lulu?
Ditzy wondered if the other mothers were so transparent to their children. No, it's okay. Come on, dearie. She took a deep breath. I have something to tell you. Dinky looked confused, but followed Ditzy to the kitchen table. Ditzy sat down, faced Dinky, as best she could. She fixed a smile on her face. Dinky, she said, do you know what the Sharpway Academy is?
It's a really good school up in Manhattan,
Said Dinky promptly.
Miss Twilight was telling us all about it and everything. She said only the best folks get to go there. But then you write so much you know anything.
She paused.
Well,
I got learn in a meal. Ditzy stretched her smile even wider. They're gonna let you take a test to see if you can go. If you pass the test, you'll go to Manhattan and stay there. Dinky was staring Ditzy in the face, seeming perturbed by her really forced smile.
that's good, right?
Oh, of course. If you want to do it, I'll support you completely. Ditzy's face hurt. If you get 10, you'll get to move all the way to Manhattan. You can stay with really smart ponies. You'll have to come back here for 3 months at a time. She paused. Where did that come from? No, can't be trying to influence Dinky. I mean, you can stay there for as long as you want and stay really hard. Dinky seemed puzzled.
Studying really hard,
She repeated. Well, yes, I heard it's a very difficult school, so you'll probably need to study and work a lot harder than at home. But if you want to do that, I'll support you completely. Because you're my little muffin, and I want you to be happy. Even if I won't see... She cut herself off again. I mean, even if you're really far away.
What's the like?
Asked Dinky. Well, I haven't been there myself, but it's got, buildings, factories, ports, streets. Ditzy tried to make herself mention things Dinky might like, such as museums and the big park at Coney Island, but the words didn't come. Besides, everything she said was technically true. Not a lot of trees on the streets, though. Not like Ponyville, it's kind of great, but the ponies like it.
Why you leaving here?
I don't think so, but sure you can make all the new friends if you tried, said Ditzy. Her mouth seemed to be completely disconnected from her mind at this point, operating on its own. I'm sure you wouldn't miss your friends at Ponyville too much if you only saw them every 3 months. Dinky paused.
Mama,
Yes, Muffin?
do you know how many go?
It's not about what I want. Ditzy's smile was stretching her face. It's about what you want. It's your life, and you need to decide the choice that works better for you. Whatever choice you make, I'll support you every step of the way. If you want to leave your mother behind and go to a city miles and miles away, that's fine with me, as long as it makes you happy. Dinky sat silently for a few moments, looking at her mother. Well?
I think I understand, Mama. What does that mean?
Dinky bowed her head. Good. I love you, my muffin. Ditzy hugged Dinky very tightly. Yeah, hurry off to school. You got a great day ahead of you. When Dinky was gone, Ditzy sat still for several moments before smiling at nothing. I told her I was scrupulously honest. I did my duty as a mother. Now it's up to Dinky. And again, she almost believed it. The week ended, and the morning of the test was bright and sunny. Trixie yawned as she stumbled out of her residency. As a general rule, she did not like to get up early, but this was different. Shirley had somehow finagled her into talking with Sharpwing applicant parents, and be ready for them. Granted, it would probably be a lot of hero worship, which was always nice, but it still required a good breakfast, and there were other chores to be completed before the applicants had arrived. Hence, her early morning walk through Plainville streets. If it were up to me, she mused, representatives wouldn't need to do all this paperwork. They could be trusted to do things on their own. After all, have I shown what I could do? She paused. At one time, I ordered 40,000 of the same form notwithstanding. Besides that, I'm also my job and... Hello, Trixie! Trixie waved cheerily. Hi! She galloped over. Getting ready. Yes, Shirley grinned. I've got a great speech planned on educational policy. Did you know some ponies are posting for standardized tests in our province? But I'm ready for them. I have all the facts and statistics. I think you want to know about our heroics, not our politics. Trixie chuckled. Although, if I had to, I could give a great speech. I like the greatest, the most powerful of representatives deserves to be a noble. They give it a great province to govern. Okay, we can cut to politics. Yeah, that's what I thought. Although, if you ask some people out there, they would think that politics are a necessity in almost every single thing. To which I say, go on. I dare you. I dare you to look through my story about Twilight hiding in her bed from the monster in her closet and tell me what's political about it. As they walked, they had to stop to let several foals scamper across the path. Scooter was wheeling about on her scooter, with sleigh bells, snips, and snails trailing. A few moments later, Biscuit teased after them, and with him was a familiar purple-colored unicorn foal. Cheerily! Dinky, said Cheerily. All ready for the test? Dinky skated to a stop.
Yes. Oh, wait.
She looked down.
I'm not thinking it, Miss Shirley.
The two adults looked at each other in shock. That's, not what I expected. Cheerily knelt down. Do you not want to move to Manhattan?
No, I wasn't trying yet. I didn't like you. I could just quit the school and come back here.
Are you worried you wouldn't be able to keep up?
No, stop that.
Would you meet or miss your mother? Dinky was silent for several moments.
I don't think Mama wants me to go.
Tracy blinked. What?
She doesn't want me to go. I can tell she's been really upset. When she told me about it, she made it sound really bad.
Dinky bit her lip.
Just like factories and boards and ugly stuff, there were fun shots or trees or friendly ponies.
She paused again.
I don't think that's really true. I think Mama says so sad about me going. Doesn't want me to take the test. But Mama looked really, really upset. She was afraid I'd go and leave her behind. Mama says that what makes nice, good ponies is they do good for others without thinking for themselves. If I'm really late just because I thought it'd be good for me, I mean Mama upset, I'd be a bad pony.
But, began Cheerily.
You always told me I'd do green no matter where it was, so I'm thinking I could stay here until Mama hit me. I can go somewhere else near.
Dinky smiled, but the mares could see to her in her eyes.
It's okay, right? I'll do everything, alright?
Neither Cheerily nor Trixie could say it if I anything to say. Tracy knelt with Cheerily. What do you want to know? Do you want to take the test?
I think it'd be fun to try, but I know her Mama. She's a really good Mama. She's always there for me, loves me, she's generous, kind, loving, the best mother ever. I don't want to do something that means you're crying or listening.
Her eyes began to wire.
I really want to try for it, but I can't be a bad pony and make my Mama sad.
Cheerily hugged Dinky tightly. Dinky, it's okay. You're not going to make your mother sad. I guarantee it.
You're sure?
We're sure. In fact, we're going to make extra sure. Cheerily rose. Where are you going, Dinky?
You says he was looking for treasure in the mud pits inside town.
All right. Miss Trixie and I are going to talk with your mother. Stay at the mud patch, okay? We might come looking for you, but right now we need to handle things. Dinky constantly nodded, and slowly, over a period of several seconds, she has a faint smile.
I think I need that.
She said,
We can handle things with Shirley, Miss Trixie.
The two adults smiled as Dinky hurried off after Pipsqueak and the others. Then they looked at each other. You want to talk to her, or should I? Let me go first. She still stuck up for the hurry. I don't care. This is inexcusable. And you're perfect, Trixie frowned. We'll talk to her. We'll fix this. Fix it how? Shirley gestured her sky. The test is so soon. It will be fast. And with that, Trixie began to lead the way towards Ditsy's apartment.